Best cat, best cat.
Okay, everybody. That was awesome. Thank you.
Look at that cat.
Wow, how'd you do that? How'd you do those little tiles at the end? Yeah, let's give it up for the producer, the sound guy here. Yeah, thank you. I mean, for putting up with me in this crazy situation and the alarm. And these guys are saints, and they do this almost for free, and they're fucking awesome.
Next up.
Okay, next up is a guy who is amazing, and I think an up-and-coming guy, and you're going to hear more from him and see more from him, and I'm glad to introduce you to him tonight if you've never seen him. Ladies and gentlemen, comedian Brian Nicholson.
Brian Nicholson, a comedian. You can't stop how funny this is.
Hey, everybody.
Brian Nicholson, a comedian.
When there's a hair in my teeth, it's not from performing oral sex. It's just from shaving my pussy. There used to be the Cola War and the Cold War. Now there's the War on Terror and the War on Christmas. And I'm lucky because I haven't had to fight in any of these 4 wars. But who I do feel bad for is the polar bears enlisted by Coca-Cola every December. They're the real ones, dying for our way of life, killing insurgents with their paws. I've just been informed that those are not real bears, but are in fact computer animations. My condolences go out to their family and loved ones. Sometimes when you dream, there's this thing that happens where your mind is combining elements from everyday life, and they are completely unrelated, but your mind contextualizes them into just one thing, and you're like, oh yeah, of course, a baseball band like Tom Selleck and the Gravy would be playing at a stadium. They need a regulation baseball field, and they wrote Total Eclipse of the Heart, which was a worldwide hit. But then when you're on the edge of sleep and you're just laying down, your mind starts to go in these directions and it stops. Like, no, 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 no. A comic book can't be a burrito. If you tried to keep it in mint condition, the guacamole would rot. I've been thinking about performing an experiment where I stay awake for days on end to see what happens to my mind. But then I realize I can deprive myself of sleep when I'm dead. I think that death is real, but I don't think that death is like a skeleton with a scythe that comes and slashes you in half and when you're at the autumn of your years. That's what separates me from my parents. Just more enlightened that way. Sorry, Grandpa. I mean, I know that fire can burn you, but I don't think that fire is a gay guy that ejaculates gasoline. Just a little more grown up. Oh, college students. I'm slightly older than you now. Do you guys remember when the channel on TV, ABC, was like, we're gonna make a sitcom out of these cavemen from Geico insurance commercials? That was a real thing that happened. But if you don't remember that, maybe you can remember back in our evolutionary history to when we ourselves were cavemen and we didn't quite have language yet. And we were sort of coming into the formation of it. We were coming up with vowels that went with major concepts. Like there's I, and then there's you, and there's Y, when you don't understand something, and then there's O when you have the shock of recognition. So A and E don't really fit into this equation. Arts and entertainment, pretty much useless as vowels. They don't have any major concepts encoded in them, like B and C. For instance, do you guys know the comic strip BC, where the cavemen celebrate Easter? Do you think they dye eggs? Yeah, that's the punchline. Cavemen didn't have agriculture. But I mean, it's rough.
You know how it is.
Life's rough sometimes. You find yourself shopping at a store called Faustian Bargains because they have the best deal on produce. You find yourself shopping at McDonald's at 1 in the morning, and you find out that you can't just order one thing, one menu item, that they force you to buy a value meal, and you get so infuriated because you saw Super Size Me, or if you're me, you didn't need to see it because you already know what it's about, which is that McDonald's is a corporation that is fattening us up to eat us. And all of Western civilization is a factory farm for future cannibalistic oligarchs. That joke might make me seem liberal, but I'll have you know, I'm very bigoted. Like, whenever I hear somebody speaking a foreign language, I'm like, where am I? Elsewhere?
But I did enjoy your cannibalism joke, and I don't think it's a joke, I think it's true.
Oh, I guess I'm being interviewed. According to Connor here. No, I didn't think you were going to interview me. No, I'm not. I'll just talk really loud. I'm fine. Just enjoying the show. My name is Brian Nicholson, and I will never be an astronaut. Good night!
Brian fucking Nicholson! Brian fucking Nicholson! Brian fucking Nicholson!
Ladies and gentlemen. Now, folks, I want to give a heads up. In all seriousness, I actually need quiet for this. A robot got out of control. An experiment gone wrong. It's been going all over town, but the robot doesn't kill people, gives blowjobs. It's called the Blowbot 3000, and heads up, it's not cool when that happens. And for the safety of my audience, let's keep our eyes open for that. But let's move on with the show. We got one heck of a show. I'm not going to worry about
Blowbot 3000!
Oh my God!
It's the new robot, Blowbot 3000!
Ladies and gentlemen, this was the robot I was talking about. I can't believe he's here. He's ruining the show. I'm trying to do a talk show, buddy. What are you doing? What's going on here? This isn't. I don't. Oh my God! I'm trying to do a. Whoa! Hey everybody! Oh no, Blowbot. I'm not into that. My Blowbot. No. Well. Whoa! Hey Blowbot. Well, this machines really are taking over the world. No, stop, Blowbot. I'm just joking. We're not even. Blowbot. Oh yeah. Cast the spell. Oh yeah. Pour the goblet. Call Gandalf, the wizard has gotten away. Anyways, thank you, Blowbot. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blowbot 3000! Make sure you call Gandalf, because the wizard has gotten away. That's the blow. What does that even mean? There he goes, everybody. I'm 31 years old. This is what I do. Take it away.